Hello everybody and welcome to a video which honestly I really didn't want to make, but for everything to make sense with this video, I'm going to need to do a bit of explaining first. So, Myth of Empires is an MMORPG, quotations, survival game that released in November of 2021. At the start of its release, there were very few bugs and the game showed immense promise. It was honestly one of the cleanest early access launches I've ever seen. A few months later, however, the creators of Ark Survival Evolved, Snail Games, filed a lawsuit on Angela Games, developers of Myth of Empires, accusing them of stealing the source code, as the game had many similarities. This is what would become the beginning of the end for Myth of Empires. If you were to look up Myth of Empires on Steam, you'll notice it doesn't even exist. That is because when the lawsuit was filed, Steam had to take the game off the platform to abide by the law. This in turn severely hurt the growing player base, and because of that, many people left, giving up hope. A few months went by, and Angela Games decided to start selling it on their website, based in China, where the laws are different from the United States and the rest of the world. This was a bittersweet move as it finally welcomed new players into the game, with the downside being no new variety in servers. North American and European servers stayed dead, mostly being taken over by other Chinese guilds that were looking for a place to build up. This caused a lot of friction between the players, causing even more players to leave. Fast forward to now, where recently they added season servers, dividing the already small player base even further to the point where some servers are now completely empty. In Myth of Empires, you gather resources and make a base of operations just like Ark, with one major difference. Every week, each guild needs to pay tribute in order to renew the decay timer. Yes, in Myth of Empires, if you don't donate every week, your buildings will slowly decay. This was fine at first, however, after more work gets invested into building the base bigger, the donation cost also increases. So, I have a bit of a problem now. You see, I've reached a point where the donation cost is so high, I couldn't do the upkeep alone anymore, as it would require me to be on all the time. Now that being said, I did have help. My friend has helped keep this place alive, but even with the two of us combined, we reached all we can do. We have a few other members, however. Upon joining, they weren't around for very long, leaving the base for me and my friend to handle. Unfortunately, this can't be done anymore, and that is the reason for making this entire video, to preserve the work that was done there, and explain why Myth of Empires became my biggest disappointment. So, as you can see, this is why the donation is so high every week, because, well, it's a colossal building. We have the main tower over here, and to the left over here we have the second tower, which was built more for the newer members. And yeah, I'll go inside. I'll just give you a small tour and show you exactly all the work that went into this. This is about 2,000 hours of work, no exaggeration. I have over 2,000 hours in this game, which is why I'm so disappointed. Alright, so here you have our main pathway here. You got the main entrance. To the left you have the gate to go to the other base. In the back you have the tier 3 mine. And yeah, here I'll just show you real fast. That's what it looks like from the back. And yeah, we had some room there, but nothing ever came to exist there. So in the back here we have the tier 3 mine. There's only one mine per server, I think. One tier 3 mine per server. So we managed to grab that. It's been a huge help. It's not going to be ours for long, but that's how we were able to make this base so big. We had everything nearby. It was a huge help. On this side we have the animal farms, which are now extinct. We had our boars, our wolves, our fox, our deer. Everything was fine. And, well, because nobody's been on to work them, all the animals have died. Okay, so now we're going to go inside. I'll take you inside real fast. We have the first floor, which has most of our production. There's my friend. My friend is passed out there. And there's our other members. We have 3 other members, but as I said, they haven't been on. We had max level guild, so we had a lot of effort put into this. Over here we have the production floor, like I said. There's my horse, Epic Donkey. My name is Dong Dong, obviously, as you can see in the top left. And yeah, the second floor we have production, more like higher tier production, like the higher level buildings. Over here we had benches for mass production, destroying stone, all these smaller resources, because being in the desert, we only have the high level resources. Oh yeah, up here we have the saddle room. Now this was a crazy room. This is where I would have a bunch of horse tack benches to make only saddles, and this was just to max out activity points. You're able to make something and then hop onto the next bench, even if it only has a few seconds left, and you'll get the full points. So I was able to get like 8 million points in 2 hours when I was doing all the benches. Outside here we have more benches. Obviously it continues outside. And then we have a little balcony for me and my friend. Just something, look cool. Look over the desert, see anything we want. Here you can kind of get a grasp of the full scale of the building. It's the entire length of the boundary marker, which the maxed out boundary marker. So it's pretty big as it can get without it decaying. And yeah, so that's the outside part. There's a tower, and I'll actually go inside and show you now. So give me a second here. I don't really want to edit this. I want it to be raw footage so you can get the full idea of what's happening here. All right, so I'll bring you upstairs now. This is the pride and joy of the entire base. We have the tower, many floors. It took a while to build. I would say it took about a total of 500 hours to build this base, at least 500 hours. Gathering, making the pieces and then putting it all together. Here we have our halfway lookout balcony, where it's the halfway point of the tower. You can see nice things around you, and it looks cool. Got the mine behind, you got the tower there like you already saw. No need to really show all this. It's just it looks cool view from here. Okay, so now I will continue going up. Don't really know what to say during these parts, so please bear with me. In this part here, it was going to be another storage area, but it was never finished. We never finished the storage area. See, there's an open roof there. But yeah, it's just going to be the storage for the more important items in the game, kind of like a secret storage. And lastly, we'll go to the roof, where the top of the tower is. You have a lookout balcony over there, where you can see the entire area around us. It looks pretty nice. I have to say, it's such a shame this game is going the way it is, because it's one of the nicest games I've ever played in my life. The graphics in this game are just incredible. They really did an astounding job. So here's the lookout balcony. As you can see, it looks really nice. You can see everything. The desert's not the nicest view, but yeah, it is what it is. There's that side. You see the front of it. And I'll just quickly show you the other side here. There. It's yeah, it's pretty nice. It was quite a feat to do this. Anybody who ever walked by was really impressed, so it was a success in my books. Alright, so now I'm going to go back down, but I'm going to edit this part out because I'm sure nobody really wants to watch me go down the stairs for a minute straight. So, poof. So yeah, that's pretty much the majority of the base, of this base. I'm going to quickly show you our second base, which is actually a granary. This is the mine, and we have the tier 3 granary as well. So we had a really good spot. So I'll go there now. The granary is used obviously to make food. The tower was built by me, and the walls and some other things were added by one of the newer members. He did a good job. I'll just quickly show you around. We have everything we need here. We have the animal farms, the mills, and our granaries down there. It's not completely enclosed. We never got around to that, but still. There's the full building. It was nowhere near done. It was going to be as tall as the other one, but unfortunately, it's not going to end up that way. We have some storage here. I'll show you inside real fast. Excuse my baldness, by the way. There's one of the members there. Excuse my baldness. It's my default character. It's embarrassing, but yeah. Anyways, so we go inside, and there is just the basic production buildings. There's nothing really special here. This is where we make the food and feed it to the workers and whatnot. Downstairs we have a nice little storage area. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. I've always liked this area. Upstairs there's not too much. There's just more production buildings. And the more advanced production buildings, just like the other base, the second floor has more advanced. And the third floor has slaves, or what would be the slave room, where we'd capture our slaves and then it's, have them in there. Basically like the warrior room, I should call it. Here's the fourth floor that was never finished, and that's about it. So, that's the granary base. Go ahead and respawn real fast. So, yeah, all in all, now I guess you can see why the donation cost is just too much for one, or even two people. That's because nobody's been joining. We can't recruit, and even if we could, there are definitely not enough English-speaking players to go around. This led us to the sad fact that we can't keep going for much longer, and it's actually the whole reason for this video. Throughout the months we kept control over the entire server, but sadly, now everything is gone, everyone is gone, and there's just nothing left. Myth of Empires is one of my favorite games of all time to play, and it shows with my hours. It is unfortunate a bunch of different circumstances occurred to put us in this position in the first place, but sometimes things aren't meant to be. Here's the donation cost, by the way, real fast. Anybody who plays this game can see this and know that it's a lot. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Things aren't meant to be all the time, and it's time to accept that. So, with that, I have to say thank you for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video, which will hopefully be a little less depressing than this one. Take care to everybody. Hope to see you soon. And yeah, I guess that's it for me.